Hello and welcome to my stream. Tonight we play more of RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe and we'll be once again forever until the end of the universe going back to Icarus Park. But at least we are kinda close to finish it, although we don't have the budget. So yeah, we'll need to be working on the budget because the park has been a big failure, even though it looks cool and creative and everything. Financially speaking, it's a big failure, and it's pretty much because it's been like so long, and the rides have been getting old, and then the guests are getting lost, hungry, thirsty, tired, everything. So it's been very hard for me to administrate or manage that level. But let's see if things can be a little bit better today. I hope so. At least we could work on some problems last stream, like 3 weeks ago, I think. So it was starting to recover, but then I think I'll need to do way more than that, right? But let's go for it. Let me already load the game so it starts working on its own. Yeah, there's ours Icarus Park that has been super hard to manage its finances plus get to the objective, right? But it's a new day, let's see how it goes. Hey Gabriel, what's up, man? Time for some loans. The thing is that I already have loans. I can get more, but my expenses are huge. This is the Lava Park, the Orange Fanta Park. Yeah, it is all of that. And I like it. It's just that I really got hit by this level's finances at like year 50. Like in the past 3 streams of this, then I started to struggle more with the finances. And then I decided to start building some micro mini carts, although the mechanics also can't get to the freaking broken rides either. So it's been very complicated. But I think I'll keep on building more of those micro mini carts because it's easier to fit than the shuttle loop, right? But how's your day going, man? Today is holiday in Brazil, although I'm not very excited for today. It's funny because in the past, I used to love this day. I used to go out alone and celebrate independence, like my independence, not like the country independence. But thanks to the last politics or the political events, it hasn't been too great, right? Hence why I decided to wear black today, yes, because it's like rip this country's politics. But anyway, let's not think about that, right? It's holiday, but I worked. Wait, you still worked, man? Were you, what were you working at? Like, what were you doing? At least no classes, yeah. At least a little bit of rest, right? But I'm sad to hear you were working. Yeah, let's not talk about that, but anyway. Thank goodness, to be honest, I did not notice a big, let's say, fuzz around my neighborhood at least. I know there is a big fuzz going on in Rio, but thank goodness I'm not there right now. But yeah, it's what considering what I was expecting for today to be like, it was a somewhat very peaceful day actually, so I appreciated that. I was even going to I actually went, right, to the grocery store yesterday, so I could avoid leaving my house today. But yes, at least everything was chill today. So let me see what can I do right now. I think I will find another spot for another mini cart. So did you watch the Pokemon trailer, man? I'm still surprised that Nintendo decided to do it instead of like a whole Nintendo Direct. I can say that it was a somewhat good trailer in my opinion, it was not too bad. They finally revealed the evil team, but it was kinda close to previous evil teams, like Team Skull, for example. Although they have this new thing um, about clubs, not really clubs, but different partitions in the same evil team, right? That can be interesting, especially if we can really get one for each Pokemon type, and then they revealed us the fire partition or the fire club. And then regarding the new Pokemon, they were okay in my opinion, even though they were a lot like Mega Man or a lot like Digimon even. Maybe I need to get more used to the King Crab, because he has a somewhat strange look to me. Although I know he looks a lot like the original animal, but the animal looks a little bit weird to me. Maybe it's because of that hair he has on the legs and all. It's a little bit not disturbing, but it's not appealing to me. But I like that he was a rock type. Yeah, it does fit that type in a lot, and it's not really a, you know, a boulder Pokemon, so it's good to have more animals or things that are different than stones as rock type Pokemon. I think I can raise the price of this, right? Yeah, because they are $3. Let's put it $3 in here too. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm bringing RollerCoaster Tycoon today because it is its day of streaming, right? And also it's been 2 weeks that I haven't streamed this, but man, I'm super addicted to Bug Fables that I started playing on Monday. So part of me was like, man, I wish I was playing Bug Fables tonight. I'm actually considering that still. I will see if I play this for, I don't know, 3 hours or so, and depending on how is everything looking like on the stream, why not change it for more Bug Fables or at least a little bit more of that, right? Because this game hasn't been too eventful now that I'm stuck on this financial problem on this level. And Bug Fables really got to me. It's such a good, charming indie game. And it's a straight up Paper Mario 64. So let me see if I can at least do a lot of things on this game in case I decide to make the game a change later, right? So let me go for another mini cart. And everything is breaking down too, so how can I profit like that? Speaking of mini carts, I do have something to say about it that my friend was telling me last week, I think. Honestly, this looks cool, like having a mini cart track next to the miniature railroad. This looks alright, in my opinion. Although, I won't have space for the exit, right? So you know what? Oh, wait. I'm starting to get on that. But make this station a little bit larger just for this one. Yes. There we go. No, wait. This needs to change again, right? Like this. Yes, I think this works now. Let me try. It does work. No, wait. No, never mind. There is a passage in there, so I can have the entrance. No, I can't. Wait, it needs to be there then. Okay. Then I change this one. I move this one to that direction and then I finish it. There we go. Alright, how can I connect those two now? Let's open them. There is also that area right there, right? This area is for the canoes, but it can be shared with some go-karts, come on. We can have a water level Mario Kart track in here too. Okay, now I got destroyed. While I wait for my recovery, let me get the mechanics. Is there one going to the go-karts? Yes, he's finally getting there. But then there are two go-karts that are broken, right? Those two right there. There he goes. It's not that one, where is it? He's up here now? Go-karts 2. Oh, it's one of the main go-karts. There we go. I'll see if with, or I will see if with less pandas, which sounds bad, but they are kinda expensive, if it can give me a little bit more of help for the staff wages right there. So it's going to be 1,600 something, like per month. Actually, there is an elephant in here for some reason. There we go. We got an award even though the situation is critical. We have the best park value in the country. Park value 37,000. I mean, it's been the highest in a long time. At least we got a lot of guests. Wait, but it's still constant? But it's constant in the like past 8 or 7 months, right? I still think it's funny that this game goes from March to October. Like, why does it close the park in November, December, January, and February? Now, I can't remember for sure if in RollerCoaster Tycoon 3, if the year has every month of the year, right? Maybe it is the same, but it's funny, isn't it? Because... Oh, wait a minute, is it because it's winter? Oh, I think I finally understood it. It's probably because it's winter in the northern hemisphere, right? That's why they close the park during those days. Even though I believe it's some sort of holiday as well because of especially Christmas and New Year's Eve. It's winter, so people may not want to go to the park. I still think they should have the entire year here, even if less people would be visiting the park. But I believe I understood now why they picked those 4 months. Okay, we're almost getting back to positive cash. I could have gotten low one like Gabriel suggested, but I'm trying not to. This is also showing me if my recovery has been working, and it's kind of working. Although the biggest problem right now, in my opinion, are the rides that are broken and my mechanics can't get to the rides to fix them. That's very annoying. Slow and steady, yes. Thankfully, this is working out. Man, I was asking you if you have watched the Pokemon trailer, and then again we are dead. Also, hi Electro, what's up, man? Sometimes win the race if all of the other crash. Wait, sometimes win the race if all of the others crash? I don't know if I got that. You have not watched it? Okay, I don't know if you will watch it, but like I was saying earlier, it was a somewhat good trailer. Even though some Pokemon are weird, they are even looking a lot like Mega Man or Digimon, I did not hate them. I think Pokemon Magic run out in you. Oh, really? Is it because of the other Pokemon-like games? For example, Temtem, Monster Sanctuary. Although you tried Koromon, but I think you didn't like it. No, it was not Koromon actually. You test another game that looked a lot like Pokemon, especially Gen 1, and then you kinda didn't like it, and then you gave up, and then you asked for a refund, right, from Steam. But I forgot that game's name. The person who tried Koromon was Subaru. Yeah, Subaru tested the demo. I also don't remember the name of that one anymore, but I remember that game. It is still probably on my wish list, so maybe I will try it someday too. Regarding the Pokemon Magic, I'm excited for this game because of the open world, right? Yeah, the open world really got to me. But you're not wrong. Maybe little by little the Pokemon Magic is kinda slowing it down, you know? Actually, to be very honest, and this is something that has been happening to me in the past 1 year or maybe 2 years. I have been enjoying indie games a lot lately. So many Nintendo releases or Nintendo titles that Nintendo is normally my favorite, and it's still my favorite, even though it has its problems. But it's still my favorite game developer. I don't feel like the same way regarding their games today how I used to feel some years ago. Mostly thanks to the problems on E3 Direct, for example, that the announcements were not very great, in my opinion, or not to my taste. And then I was not feeling too hyped for many games, only a couple games. And then I found that hype that I was missing on the wholesome games or on the indie games that I was getting to know, right? And then I'm noticing that not only the Pokemon strength on me has been kinda decreasing a little bit, but not totally, because like I still play Pokemon Go every day. Some months ago I was even going to the meetings in my city of like Pokemon Go players, although in the past 2 months I have been lazy about that though. But you know, I still love Pokemon. I will be playing more Pokemon tomorrow probably, Pokemon TCG. So it's something that will stick with me. I also watched the anime. I can't wait to see the conclusion of Ash versus Cynthia episodes that are happening right now. Because the first part was actually very good. Cynthia is a beast, and that's how she should be portrayed in every place, right? Because she is my favorite champion, and she is indeed terrifying as a Pokemon trainer. But regarding the games, it's what you said. Like, the games have been quite disappointing. You know something funny that I read though? You haven't watched the trailer, but I will spoil it a little bit. They revealed the grass gym leader, right? The grass type gym leader. His name is like Brassius or something like that. Brassius. And then people were saying that he sounds like Brazil. Because if you read his name in a more Portuguese way, Bracius, you know, Bracius, it sounds like Brazil. So people were saying even though Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, regardless of it being based on like Spain and a little bit of Portugal, not getting the Portuguese subtitles, they named one of their characters, the grass type gym leader, as Brazil. So some people are thinking it's like a reference to Brazil, I'm not sure. But that was a little bit funny about the trailer too. Temtem finally officially launched this month. I think I got an email about that. I think I got an email of like a couple days ago. It was some very recent news, right? Now it's time to wait for a sale, there we go. And then it's complete, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, the version that was available before was just like 2 chapters or something. Something around those lines. By the way, Electro, I saw one of these days that you were streaming, and I read your title in there, and it said that you got a new computer, man. Congrats for that. Although last time we were talking, you told me about how your computer has two operational systems, right? The Linux and also the Windows. Was it the computer, the new computer already? And how has it been working for you? Is it been what you were hoping for? Yeah, it's finally complete. They are already planning on an expansion. So they are going for a DLC. They are really copying Pokemon then, right? Because it is MMO, like it gotta have new stuff constantly. Yes, there we go, Electro. How are your specs then? I mean, I'm not a computer pro, but I learned a little bit, I hope, when I was going after my own computer. But there we go, I'm happy to hear the news. And you totally understand more about computers than me. The new stuff will probably be paid, right, Gabriel? It won't be like free, wait, free uh, DLC or things like that, right? You did go back to Windows, which is easier. Yeah, I imagine you gotta have a very specific motive for you to be using Linux, right? Like, probably regarding work. But for gaming, I'm guessing Windows is better. You know something funny though? I was watching a video that was comparing Steam Deck with the Nintendo Switch, and I was already thinking, oh, of course Steam Deck is going to win regarding the comparison, right? So they pretty much gave Steam Deck a lot of compliments, and they talked about its qualities and properties and everything. But there were things that the Switch did better. For example, the fact that Steam Deck can't run every Steam game. So basically, if there is a Steam game you wanna play, it's not guaranteed it's going to run well or with like a very good performance on the Steam Deck. And then Steam has been kind of tagging the games that are good to be running on the Steam Deck because not everyone will be good in there, which was kind of surprising to me. Like, isn't this a portable PC that's very powerful and stuff? How is it not really being able to run everything on Steam, right? But yeah, it seems there is a complication in there. While everything Nintendo Switch is good for it to be running on the Nintendo Switch. Because Nintendo is very selective on that matter, right? Nintendo kinda checks if the games are running well on the Switch or not before allowing them to be there. And the other thing was regarding the multiplayer. It looks like the Nintendo Switch is much better for you to like play multiplayer with somebody in person than the Steam Deck, because then it's probably going to be a single player experience unless it allows some sort of USB controllers to be added, or if you are carrying that USB controller by yourself, you know. And while the Switch is a complete multiplayer portable console, right? Oh, you wanna play with me? Here you go, take this Joy-Con. So in that video that they were comparing about those two, I was thinking, oh yeah, you know what? That's correct. How are you going to play multiplayer physically with somebody on a Steam Deck? It's going to be a little bit more complicated, I think. So even though the Switch has its own problems, there are even some things that it's doing quite well, in my opinion. I think that part of it will be free, then other part will be paid. Maybe some, let's say, minor updates will be free, just like you said, to keep the game updated every time. Maybe like tournaments or events, or like join this event and then you have a chance to capture a shiny Temtem in case there is a shiny in there. Maybe that's going to be free, but then if they come up with like new areas to explore or something like that, then it's going to be paid, right? Or of course the aesthetics, like if you wanna change your character's skin, then it's paid. So Electro went for Intel. He got an Intel i5 CPU with 16 gigabytes RAM. Is it double channel? I actually got two memory chips or two memory cards of 8 gigabytes, but then unfortunately, only after the mounting of my desktop in here, I figured that besides getting two memory cards of 8 gigabytes, you also need to insert them in a correct way. It's not just like, oh, I got them separate, so it's going to surely be dual channel. No, unfortunately, my settings are now single channel because the two memory cards are uh, one on the side of the other. They are pretty much together, right? One on the side of the other, but they should be alternating. One memory card, empty slot, one memory card, and then you have dual channel. But thankfully I don't play very demanding games, my stream is not OPAF, so I don't think I'll be having any problems of that even if I never change that configuration, but I was quite surprised because I was thinking, holy shit, let's go dual channel, and then it's not. And then the weakest link is the 1063GB graphic cards. Oh yeah, mine is... mine I think it's higher than that. But I don't remember the... Wait, I think it is... 1000... Wait, I think it's 1660. Yeah, mine is 1660. RTX, I think. NVIDIA... Super. Yeah, it's... mine is 1660 Super. The name of it. Which is still slightly better than what you had before. That's okay. Oh, and NVMe SSD, which is faster than a SATA SSD. Oh yeah, because of the input. Okay. Regarding the SSD, I don't remember my SSDs anymore, but I think it had something better than SATA as well. Yeah. There are some things you couldn't run at or in Ubuntu, like Live Split. Live Split? And a plugin for my speedrun game. What is Live Split? Is it like a Skype of some sort? Maybe a Discord? Some sort of video conference platform? That's the idea I'm getting from it. They do need to go on a certain way, yes. At least on my case in here, it looks like they need to be alternating, right? Memory chip, empty slot, memory chip. But unfortunately, I assumed that it didn't matter, so I placed they both in... they both together, right? One next to the other. But then once I checked the settings on my computer, it was single channel, even though there are two different memory cards. Man, I'm still on damned, come on. I think it's because I need more people to be getting to the cards. Also, for some reason, they also broke down, right? Those, look at that. Everything is broken on this park. I think I will really need to get rid of my pandas, unfortunately. So I can maybe get some more mechanics in, because it's impossible for me to be profiting without my rides working. Hello, Desert, welcome. Actually, never mind, Desert, right? Hello, Desert. Maybe I said dessert because we always talk about food in here, right? But how's it going? We are on a very complicated level here because it's been near 56. And my rides are old, they are all breaking down every time, my mechanics can't get to them. Anyway, very troublesome level, but I'm at the end of it regarding my ideas for it. But I don't have money, and I'm trying to build some mini carts everywhere to help me on the profit. But it's still complicated. I'm doing alright, how are you? I'm doing alright too. I'm a little bit tired. Yes, I'm a little bit tired, but not as tired as I was last week. Yeah, last week I was feeling like my energy was drained, but I'm doing alright overall. Just a little bit sad that this level is not working out because it's very old, right? It's been too long that I'm playing this level. To give you an overview, that's how it looks like. There is a medieval area right there. This is the mountain area with the snail coaster. Yeah, look at this snail right here. We have the body and the shell. Then we have the desert area, the alien city. Then there is a long bridge as well, but now it's kind of hard to see it, but there is the bridge. It gets to the modern city. And then there is a mine area or village. There is the suicidal maze in here, although everybody loves it. And the water area, right? That's quite crazy and wavy. But that's how the park is looking like. And now I will be working on this part right here and on this island. And I have ideas for them. This one will be like a spooky, creepy forest. And then in there it's going to be a rave party garden. Those are my final ideas for this level. But if only I had the money, because I don't. So now I'm trying to get more money so I can work on that. Wait, where was I before? Yes, I was right here, yeah. It looks like I'm getting even worse for some reason. Why is my debt growing? Yes, I don't understand why did that grow. Man, my ride tickets, look at that, it's nothing. I could go for more low one in here, but... Let me check the rides overall again, like everything. The overall conditions of my rides. Are people going to them? Are they empty? The circus. Nobody's going to the circus, right? Because it's expensive. Okay, so... drop the price. And then the flying saucers are already very cheap. I think it's better for me to actually replace it for a new one. The haunted house, it's also expensive according to the guests. It is a little bit expensive, I have to agree with them. Maybe 80 cents is good, I hope. Regarding the mazes, I can't change that much. The merry-go-round is also on trouble. Okay, let's put it to like 80 cents too. Test run? Why are you on test run? Why were those coasters on test run? The Roro drop is getting people, okay. Swinging ship as well. The circus are overrated nowadays. Yeah, the circuses, it's been forever since I went to one. They are still around my city. For example, in June, I remember one circus getting to the city. But nobody cares anymore, right? And then the big circuses that are famous, for example, Cirque du Soleil. Cirque du Soleil, it's been also a long time since I heard about them having presentations in Brazil. My finances got a little bit better, but we're still quite far from getting it to positive. But I was going to say something about carts, right? Because I was building the carts right there. This may not be very surprising to some of you, but it was a little bit surprising to me. But my friend was telling me and proving his information with like YouTube videos that did you guys know that Mario Kart cheats? Like the NPCs in Mario Kart or in Mario Kart games in general, they cheat? I did not know that. That quite explains some things or how challenging some of those Mario Kart games are. But yeah, they do cheat because especially for example in Mario Kart 64, when you are in the race and then there are those random item blocks, right? That you kind of cross them and then they give you an item. They have a time to respawn. Not for the NPCs. Yeah, the computer players, if they cross, they spot those blocks are. Even if they are, I don't know, they were gotten by another player, they still get an item. I did not know that. So yeah, Mario Kart cheats. Maybe that's also why I have this feeling of like every time there is a new Mario Kart, I get worse or I feel like I'm playing the game worse. Even though I gotta say that I got a little bit better on Mario Kart 8 thanks to the anime events I have been going to, so I can kinda train or get more used to the game in those opportunities. I'm so still on my Mario Kart 7 for the 3DS, especially against like very good players. But Mario Kart cheats, and if you guys look for that on YouTube, you'll see that the computer still gets items. Another example, Toad's Turnpike. If you are an OG Mario Kart player, you might remember how the original Toad's Turnpike level is, right? There are the cars, and there are those parts on the side of the track, those sections on the sides of the track that have only item blocks. Even when the computer does not cross that part on the side of the track that got all of the blocks, they have items. They never go there to that spot to collect the blocks, but they still shoot items at you. So it's not only regarding like driving through a spot that there used to be a block that another character got it earlier or before. No, it's also when they are not even crossing the spot, because in Toad's Turnpike, for example, the spot is not on the main track, it's on the side. It's on the like extra section of the road, right? And they still shoot items. That makes no sense. Nintendo has also the fair game rule, where the player is in last place, and then in any Mario competitive game, cards, tennis, party, etc., they get a boost of good items. Regarding that, I agree. Yeah, look at the blue shell, or the lightning, right? Yeah. Or they make the challenge for them easier, so they can give that better results or prizes. Also, that happens in Mario Party. If you are the last place in Mario Party, in the last 5 turns, like a random character will give you a benefit. Like they will even give you a bonus or some coins or an extra item. Yeah, they do that in Mario Party too. If they win set challenge. Another thing that I was learning recently about some classic Nintendo games was that the Super Mario World game had a lot of connection to this SNS, right? Like the development of both the Super Mario World game and also the creation of the SNS or the Super Famicom was way more connected than what I was thinking or I used to think. And why am I saying that? It looks like that the colors of the SNS controller, or at least the buttons, like the X, Y, A, and B, that are red, yellow, green, and blue, they have those colors because in Super Mario World you have red, blue, yellow, and green Yoshi colors and also Koopa shells. Did you guys know that? I felt it was just because it's beautiful to have a multicolored controller, you know, it stands out and contrasts the gray of the Super Famicom or the SNES. But no, the video was telling me it's because of its connection to Super Mario World and the colors of the Yoshis and the colors of the shells. I also did not know, even though it makes sense, that in Japan, Super Mario World is actually called Super Mario Bros. 4. And then the world part is like a subtitle. While we here, nobody really refers to it as Super Mario Bros. 4, right? And then speaking on Mario as well, it looks like the Mario movie may be delayed again. And some rumors are pointing that its name will be as simple as that, Super Mario Brothers. Yeah, that's probably going to be the title of the Mario movie. I mean, it's okay, right? But they could at least make it a little bit different, like Super Mario the movie or something. But no, it's just going to be Super Mario Brothers. According to the rumors, it's not official. Changing the topic a little bit, Gabriel, you were talking about those indie games by OG game developers that created Wild Arms and Breath of Fire and some other classics, like especially RPG classics. You were saying that Konami was with some rumors of like bringing news on Suikoden, was it? Did anything happen already? Do we know already what's about Suikoden and Konami? Even though you and X5 were very low on expectations for that, with good motives or like good reasons, because Konami is not reliable regarding announcements. But is there anything new about that? Oh, I can't go there because the Psycho Railway. So I think I'll need to choose this path. Okay, there we go. We have another mini cart. Wait, yeah? I'm not sure if that's like an old message that I missed, or if it is about the question that I just made. Oh wait, maybe there is something new. They have renewed their ownership of the IP. I don't know if that's some good news, is it? And also, we'll have a famous voice actor that worked in two Suikoden games. And then he's going to talk in a special panel where they said they would showcase a World Love title. But then this World Love title does not mean it's a Suikoden title, or do you think it's going to be it? I mean, a lot of other Konami games are more famous and more World Love than Suikoden. Yes, right, it's not confirmed it's Suikoden. I can't remember many Konami games right now besides Bomberman and Suikoden. What else is Konami though? Tales games are Namco, right? Bandai Namco. Castlevania was Konami, wasn't it? Wait, Mega Man? No, Mega Man is Capcom. Metal Gear, oh yeah, Metal Gear. Silent Hill as well. Castlevania. You know what? If I had to guess, maybe I would guess Castlevania. I mean, I'm not a Castlevania fan, but I kinda have the feeling it's been a while since we got news on a new Castlevania game. I don't hear about Castlevania games since maybe the Nintendo DS or GBA or something. Even though Ultras was one of these days streaming and then he showed me that there is a Castlevania 64. That looks very bad to be honest, but I didn't know there was a Castlevania 64 game. And then regarding Bomberman, they have already told us that there will be a Super Bomberman R2, right? It was already announced previously. So Suikoden is a Konami game. I also kinda didn't know that until you guys were talking about it. I'm not sure how to feel about it though. I mean, I know it's going to be a great game because you guys love it, but at the same time, maybe it has its own problems. They will reveal it on Tokyo Game Show. Tokyo Game Show, there are still some weeks, right? If I'm not mistaken, it is like more to the 3rd week of September. Maybe in the 20s. The same day and same event, Ayuden, the ex-Konami devs and Suikoden creators will showcase news. Good, so they will also enter that competition for the public, right? And hopefully many people will give them more attention than Konami's presentation. Although to be honest, if Konami reveals actually something hype, it's good for everybody. Like, we are going to have 2 fantastic games, both by Konami itself and also by the old developers of Suikoden. For some reason that I don't get, we are profiting now. Even though the situation was getting worse again. Maybe the mechanics are finally getting up to the rides. By the way, we got the Pokemon Direct today, right? But like I was also saying earlier, I was kinda surprised because I was hoping for a Nintendo Direct. And I was quite kinda thinking, if we still have a chance of getting a Nintendo Direct this month, which games could we guess that would be revealed in one of that, right? Or in one of those Directs? You know what I was thinking? I was thinking that maybe Golden Sun could be a nice reveal, because many people are waiting for a new Golden Sun game, right? As far as I know so far, by playing my first ever Golden Sun game, I have only heard of 3 games, and the last one was on the Nintendo DS. So it's been quite a while since we got a Golden Sun title. So if I could guess like a returning game to be announced by Nintendo and surprise everyone, I think I would go Golden Sun. So let's see if my idea could have any chances. Although I also watched a video of... Oh no, never mind, it was a somewhat different video. Yeah, the video I watched was more about games that deserved a remake, not necessarily getting a new sequel or like a new title, right? But in that video about games that deserved a remake, I was surprised the person picked Mario RPG as #1. Like, I can't complain, it's my favorite game, so I would love to see a remake of that. They also mentioned Golden Sun. They really wanted to see a Golden Sun remake. Also Xenosaga, Persona 1 and 2. And there is an RPG that's called Shadow Hearts? I think it's called Shadow Hearts. I have the feeling some people have talked about it before here on the channel. And it's more horror based, right? Or maybe um, gothic. Like the art style is kind of horror gothic. Maybe that's why I kind of never really paid attention to it. But it looks like it's a good one. It's a good title because it was listed for like getting a remake. Do you know that game, Gabriel? Shadow Hearts? I mean, it would already be good enough if they announced the release of all of the Suikoden games on Steam. Oh yeah, that's for sure. That would make it much easier. Though we just need to see if the port would be good, right? Because sometimes they change the soundtrack or it has glitches and stuff. Because the mods... Oh, you also could be adding some mods to the game. The mod community would thrive. Shadow Hearts is a different type of RPG. It has persona touches on it? What do you mean by that? Do you mean by social simulator? Or maybe the battle mechanic? Or are you just saying it has persona touches so I could be convinced to one day play Shadow Hearts on the channel, man? Every time you want me to play something, you kind of say, oh, it's like Persona. Or The Witcher, it's like Zelda. You were already throwing some Link's bow training or something games on Discord today. Which, by the way, the game looked okay. It actually reminded me a lot of Nintendo Land, and then Nintendo Land had some, you know, all sorts of franchises minigames. And then in the Zelda minigame, you could like either be a swordsman or like be shooting with the bow. It reminded me the part of like shooting with the bow. Although, I also told you that the bow was more like a freaking machine gun, right? Because it was unbelievable fast how Link could shoot so many arrows that you could not even see them anymore. So it felt a little bit weird. But you're not wrong, I could try that game just for fun someday. And regarding shooters, the other day, I think it was actually on Sunday during the Golden Sun stream, I was talking about this one SNS game that I used to have together with Super Mario World, Teen Star. And then Meowser was actually checking the game on Google and he was kind of surprised by the game for some reason. But yeah, Teen Star will happen on this channel just for my nostalgia. And it is a shooter. It is actually a first-person shooter. Oh, but you think I won't like Shadow Hearts? I also don't think I will like Shadow Hearts. It looks too dark. Oh, because it was a magic bow. I don't know. I would rather have a normal regular bow. Holy shit, we are indeed getting profit. All we had to do is pretty much firing the pandas, unfortunately, right? Pandas are expensive. But yeah, let's see if we can keep that money going. Yeah, we pretty much doubled the ride tickets. You know what? I need to keep on going. No, let's not stop. Let's continue the go-karts. Where can I build another one? Well, and then the other topic that I could be talking right now is regarding another video that I watched that they were talking about not remakes. It's the opposite of what we were just talking about, right? But demakes. Have you guys heard of demakes? Have you ever played a demake? There is one demake that I wanna play, and maybe one of the few ones that I know that are kinda official demakes. It is the Donkey Kong Land. Yeah, the Donkey Kong Land games for the Game Boy. I do wanna play the Donkey Kong Land demakes of the Donkey Kong Country games for the SNES, right? A demake is pretty much the opposite of the remakes. While a remake is pretty much let's port or make this game to be played on a more recent console, the demake goes back and then mostly of times, or most of times, it's like fan work, but they get a game that's from a somewhat recent console, or not necessarily recent, but like they go back to something older, and then you can play a game that's going back, right, to something older. So I watched on that video, or I heard about some examples of demakes that were made, most of them by fans. There is a Bloodborne demake. There is a Halo demake as well, and if I'm not mistaken, the Halo demake was for the Atari even. Yeah, they got the Xbox game and they demade it so it could be a game playable on the Atari. There was a Metroid Prime demake as well. There was a Super Smash Bros. Demake for the Game Boy. And there was one Mega Man 7 demake for the NES. As the Mega Man 7 was a Super Nintendo game, Ultras even was saying that he could beat it, like this week. And then most of the Mega Man original games were in the NES, right? And then the SNES kind of started the new cycle of Mega Man games with like Mega Man X. But it still got Mega Man 7 in there. They made an NES version of Mega Man 7 too. Can I remember any other? Oh yeah, Guitar Hero. There is a Guitar Hero for NES as well. Gabriel has played a few. Which ones have you played? I don't remember playing any, but I remember wanting to play the Game Boy demades of Donkey Kong Country, which are the Donkey Kong Land games. There are demakes for PS1, SNES, GBA, GC, or even... Oh yeah, Resident Evil 4 as well. Resident Evil 4 went for PlayStation 1. Yeah, they got the GameCube game and they made it into a PlayStation 1 game. I actually didn't know that initially Resident Evil 4 was supposed to be an exclusive GameCube game. And then today we all know what happened to Resident Evil 4. It was pretty much ported or demade to like every single platform, even not even platform. Like if it plugs into electricity, it runs or operates freaking Resident Evil 4, right? You can play that on a calculator, you can play that on your microwave. There is a Resident Evil 4 everywhere. So yeah, but I didn't know that originally, according to the video at least, it was a GameCube exclusive. And then the contract ended or something, or changed. And then we got all sorts of ports to it. But that surprised me, like Resident Evil being an exclusive to a Nintendo console even. And not like PlayStation. Although the GameCube was a somewhat odd console by Nintendo, right? Let's say it got some different games, for example, Eternal Darkness, which by the way should return, right? I'm pretty sure many horror games fans would be very happy if Eternal Darkness could return. Hey Meowser, what's up, man? Meowser, I was theorizing in here earlier that if we get a new Nintendo Direct, because today we got a Pokemon Direct, but some rumors point for a new Nintendo Direct this month still. I was thinking about what could be seen on it, right? I was theorizing that Golden Sun should get a new game, or a remake at least, or maybe a port even. Gabriel has played the Resident Evil and the Bloodborne remakes. Were they really according to like the original? Could you really get? Would you actually say they were a very good remade? Resident Evil 4 is in VR on Quest 2. Quest 2, is that a console? Also, by the way, I don't have my phone in here with me right now because it's recharging, but let me Google it on my computer. Give me a second. Quest 2, I have never heard of that. Regarding the VR, I think I saw those news before. But Quest 2, what is Quest 2? Oh, it's the Oculus? Okay, it is the model, right? The Oculus Quest 2 VR, I see. I also got to know recently that I think there was a change of name on one of those VR glasses, right? Or like devices. I think it was the Steam one that changed its name, if I'm not mistaken. It's not like Steam VR anymore. Or was it? I was checking that one of these days. Maybe it was the Oculus Rift that changed the name into something else. I'm not sure. Yeah, I was not really paying attention to that, to those news. But I remember that I saw something about those lines, that one certain name for a model of Oculus VR devices got a new name. But I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's that then. The Oculus was bought by Meta, Facebook, and then did they change the name of it? And then they have been renaming everything Meta instead of Oculus. Okay, so maybe that's the news that I was checking, but of course I was just like browsing. So maybe it is the Meta Oculus, right? Interesting that they decided to buy that. I'm not sure if I have heard of like games that Facebook or Meta has been. I mean, they have been working. Never mind, they have been working on the multiverse thing, right? Yeah, they have been working a lot on that multiverse project. And then maybe that's why they want to have the Oculus, so they can help people to like join the multiverse. Although that idea sounded very interesting and promising at first, now every time I see something about it, it's more regarding problems or disadvantages or flaws than benefits or like qualities, right? Many people say that they get tired very soon when testing the multiverse, or that they can't focus on working because some people were hoping that it could be an easier way or better way to like network and do people's work, right? But people were like saying, no, my head hurts when I'm in the multiverse, or like I can't focus or something. Yeah, every time I see news about the multiverse now, it's complaining, right? People are complaining. I mean, I never played the original Bloodborne. Gabriel has decided to play the remake because it looked like the old 3D Castlevania from the Nintendo 64. Yeah, but then I was also mentioning that I saw a little bit of that Castlevania for Nintendo 64 that I had no idea it existed. It looked bad. Didn't you think that this remake of... or remake, right? This remake of Bloodborne also kinda looked bad if it were close to the Castlevania for Nintendo 64? That clunkiness has a charm. I mean, I cannot deny that though. I was even telling Pilot that, right? That some bad games can be actually fun. Guys, changing the topic a little bit, or at least going back to my initial talk today, I have started playing Bug Fables, right? It's an RPG, an indie RPG that feels a lot like Paper Mario 64. Speaking on 64 games, and I'm loving it. Like I was playing it on Monday, yesterday, and I'm still really wanting to play it today. So do you guys think we should like have a shorter RCT stream and then jump into more Bug Fables? I'm actually waiting for Subaru to show up because Subaru has been watching and then also helping me out with the game. And then Chill Mode was also in here, maybe if Chill Mode shows up as well. But I'm thinking about that, like we could play this game for 1 hour longer. At least we are doing progress as I'm getting more money, so that's going to be very helpful for me to finish this level. But I'm thinking about splitting today's stream into 2 games because I really want to play more of Bug Fables. And then maybe Meowster, Gabriel, Electro, and anybody else that's watching could be like checking this game out too because it's been super fun. I know that I kind of said initially that, oh, I won't bring plot-based games during the weekdays because it's better when people can follow up the story and everything. But I really felt like playing that one game, and then I started to see if it was that good, and it is that good. I'm like super loving it. I think I will go for that. Unless, I don't know, Emily shows up because Emily loves this game. Or I don't know if Electro really wants me to keep on playing this game more today or for longer. But for now, I think I'm actually doing some miracles in here because look at our money now. And you know what? As well, I think I'll keep on building those mini carts until we beat the objective, and then maybe after we get the objective completed, then we go back to working on the park and then finishing the last sections. Because otherwise, I'll be running out of space of the level, and then I probably won't still get to the objective, right? And I gotta get to the objective, otherwise I'll never leave this level. So I'll keep on building those mini carts in every empty spot I can find. And once I'm done with the objective, then I go back to working on the level and finishing it, right? Never mind, maybe I can't build another one right there, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's looking too short maybe. And then I didn't want to change that right there, that corner. By the way, Meowser, I just remember this now, although it's been some weeks, right? It's been actually maybe a month, I'm not sure. But one of these days we were talking about burgers, and I remember you said that would be heading to a burger festival in Portland, right? I don't remember now if I actually asked you before how was it, but how was it? Like, were you able to try many of the burgers? Was there any that you really liked a lot that surprised you? But I just remember that burger festival you had to. I was checking some events that my city will be having soon. They are going to have an Italian food festival. I kinda like the idea. The chances for me to go there are kinda low though, especially because if I had it there I probably would go there alone, so I kinda don't feel very motivated to go there. But I was a bit curious because I would love to try new pastas, new sandwiches with like paninis and ham and cheese and all. But yeah, they're having Italian food festival in here in 2 weeks, I think. So you had a couple different places, you got burgers, but you're really not much of a burger fan though. Are you more team pizza? I prefer pizzas over burgers, yeah. But I also love burgers a lot, don't get me wrong. We are much more excited for the wing week. Do you mean chicken wings? Well, regarding chicken wings, I pass, right? If they were like a nuggets or chicken nuggets week, then I can go for it. But chicken wings, I don't like chicken that much. Tell me, how would they be able to make exotic or unique chicken wings that you would like have a new taste or something? It's probably regarding the sauces, but I can't really think on like a big variety of chicken wings in comparison to a big variety of burgers, right? Burgers can have way more different toppings and stuff. How would they make chicken wings a new experience for you? Like, how is this wing week? It's the same kind of deal. Yeah, but then how are they going for, like... I can't imagine chicken wings being too creative. Well, besides the sauces, right? Maybe the sauces will be crazy. But otherwise, I can't imagine it being too shocking, right? Although, maybe it is, and I just can't imagine it. It is the sauces? Yes, I imagined. But hey, they could at least try creating or making. And then I'm sorry because I don't know if I will know the word, but is breading a word? I'm not sure. But you know the kind of flour slash bread they use to cover the chicken wing before deep frying it? They could make different breadings or dressings. Maybe no, dressing is not correct because dressing is like a sauce as well, right? But you know the flour they use, the bread they use before deep frying it. They could use different things, different flours, maybe even seeds or nuts, right? Like a some sort of nuts flour or powder. So that could give it some variety already. It's the sauces and the presentation. Let me check the website. This is the last year's menu. They do, oh, breaded ones and tempura batter and stuff too. Tempura. Tempura is more Asian, isn't it? Okay, they have Korean wings, vegan wings even. Vegan wings? Yeah, many of them are kind of Asian based. There are many Korean, there is one here that's Thai. There are many seasons that I have never heard in my life. Like, what the heck is chimking? Wait, chimiking? Chimking? I can't say that even. But chimiking. Maybe it's chimichurri, I'm guessing. There is one of pineapple? Bikini bottom wings, I like the name. The bikini bottom wings are pineapple, cilantro, and house jalapeno rub tossed in poke sauce. There is, oh, sesame wings, let's go! Tempura battered wings tossed in our slightly sweet sesame sauce. Oh my god. Okay, I would love to try the sesame sauce. I have been on the sesame seeds here, right? I was even telling a friend of mine how addicted to sesame I have been getting. And I even bought sesame crackers. Instead of the regular crackers that I used to buy, no, I bought sesame crackers. Wait, Jamaican. Jamaican jerk chicken wings with some Jamaican sauce. Sweet and spicy cosmic wings. It got pineapple again. Like a pineapple sauce? With chicken? I can see pineapple and ham, but with chicken, this is the first time I see that. Some pickled cucumber too. Fish sauce wings? Wait, how? That also blew my mind, like a fish sauce for chicken. That's a crazy mix too, right? The Asian orange glazed wings. The Georgia heat. With peach? Oh my god, peach and habaneros. Like, peach and pepper? Never mind, I take everything I said about I cannot see Chicken Wings Festival being too crazy, exotic, and unique. I take everything I said. What are those sauces? Holy shit. And then sometimes I'd say here like, oh yeah, Brazilian cuisine is all crazy new for you all. No, I'm being mind blown by those sauces right here. Fish sauce on chicken, pineapple, peaches. What the heck? There is another fish sauce in here too, with some Korean chili pepper paste and vinegar. Okay, I do like vinegar on chicken, by the way. When I make some, or when I bake some chicken nuggets, I like to eat them with oregano, vinegar, and ketchup. So I can go with like vinegar on chicken, yep. There is a plum garlic habanero sauce. Okay, these sauces are indeed very creative, and I understand how they are going, right? They go with the spicy sweet mix, which is very cool actually. I would love to try the sauces, not really the chicken. I did not see some kimchi there, Electro, but I'm not sure. Maybe there is one in there with kimchi? I had those last year, they were great. Which ones? The peach ones? The pineapple one? I said many that I was shocked, right? Oh, the sesame? Okay. Yes, I would love to try the sesame sauce. Fish sauce ones were amazing, really. Although, if I'm not mistaken, and then maybe it was not McDonald's, but I'm thinking on McDonald's, I think McDonald's came up once with a burger that they had all of those burgers or all of those patties, right? Like the chicken patty, the fish patty, and the meat patty in a single burger, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember the name of the burger. I'm not even sure if it was McDonald's indeed, maybe Burger King, I'm not sure. But I have heard of a fast food chain that decided to mix them all together, like the fish, the chicken, and the meat, right? And maybe it was somewhat good, but it's definitely not normal in my opinion. So right now we are kinda getting the money we needed, but we are losing or dropping the amount of guests. When is this festival happening, Meow Sir? When is it, man? Is it this month? Maybe you actually said that before. Let me see. The Wing Week? No, never mind. I'm not sure when is it. You know what? I will try doing or making an extra effort to attend to the Italian festival that I was mentioning, because it is close by. Like, it's next to the university, so I can basically stop by there, just take a look, maybe buy one or two dishes, and then I can try like programming myself. Like, I go to the university, I spend some time in there, and then after it, before heading back home, I check this festival. Yes, I will try to push myself to go check it out and see if I can try anything new, because there are many pastas that I still gotta try. For example, gnocchi, ravioli, and some other pastas that I'm not sure the name. Capelloni, I think. I'm not sure if that's the same in English. Or some sandwiches they were showing in there too. I think I will try stopping by there, yeah. Even if I just go there alone, you know? I kind of went to the traditional Brazilian June party at the same spot by my own too, so let me try having this new Italian experience. Oh, it's happening in October then. October 3rd to 9th. Yeah, it is a little bit um, far, but we'll get there soon, right? The event that I was saying that's happening in my city, it is in the 21st. Wait, maybe it is sooner than that actually. No, never mind. I think it is actually on the 16th. And then on the 21st or something, it is the Pokemon Go event. And then I'm swapping the dates. Also, hi Subaru, what's up, man? Subaru, I was talking to the others about Bug Fables, the game we have been playing on the start of the week, right? I'm thinking about swapping the games. Like, I'll be playing 1 more hour of RollerCoaster Tycoon, and thank goodness I'm recovering my money somehow. I'm not sure if it's just because of the go-karts, maybe it is. But I'm thinking about going back to Bug Fables because I'm enjoying that game so much. It's so good. What do you think about that? Should we go to Bug Fables later? And then at least I could make some progression in here too because I'm recovering my money, although I'm losing people. I'm not sure why, but yeah. I got addicted, yes? It's so good, it's so fun, it's so charming. And the more we explore it, the more mechanics that are closer to Paper Mario 64 are being presented. I'm curious to see how is it going to develop, and then also complete those side quests we already have. Start cooking more because there is the cooking side quest. When I was also watching the VOD, I think there were other things that I noticed, but I now can't remember. Oh yes, I remember now. Speaking on cooking on that game, um, there is like a mother and a son in the plaza of the city, of the Ant Kingdom city, that they mention a dish, right? They mention a dish made of honey drops. I think they gave us a recipe. Because when I was watching the VOD, I noticed that they mentioned that you gotta use 2 honey drops for that. So I also wanna try cooking that dish and see if I bring it to this lady, to this mother, if something could happen. Yeah, but maybe there were other details that I only noticed offline. Oh yes, maybe you should go back to the library because there is that side quest about collecting discoveries. By now, I think we got more than 5 discoveries, right? I mean, another bunch of 5 discoveries. Because when we first had it there, we had 7, so we already had like 2 extras. And then by finishing exploring the city, we got totally 3 more, right? So we could be getting another reward by returning to the library. Anyway, I'm loving that game. Thank goodness I decided to start playing it on Mondays. You know what? Let me actually bring that a little bit further. There we go. Maybe we can start working on the new areas. Oh, no, never mind. Let's focus. I said not long ago that I would beat the objective of this level, and then I would go work on the final parts of the level, right? So no, we continue going for the mini cards until we beat the game's level. I mean, the game's objective. Because otherwise it's going to be impossible for me to be doing that later. Subaru, what did you think about the Pokemon Direct? I mean, you kind of said it a little bit on Discord, but You only mentioned the new Pokemon or the Mega Man Pokemon. Honestly, I did like them. I like them more than the new crab. Even though the new crab looks more like the real animal. But it's that I'm not a big fan of the real animal. I think he's a bit disturbing. Because of that hair he has. That hair of that crab, it disturbs me. It makes me think he's ugly. Because his legs are very hairy, it's a little bit, you know, strange. Even though that's how the animal is. But at first I thought that those two new Pokemon, they were legendaries. But it looks like they are not. Yeah, he looks like a Pokemon, I agree. The new crab looks like a Pokemon. But I don't like the animal that he's based on. You know what's funny though? I'm getting flashbacks of Super Mario Bros. Wait, not Super Mario Brothers. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, from the SNS. They had a crab in there too. And I think that crab was disturbing to me as well because he had hair, if I'm not mistaken. Either that or because he grows on size. And many streams ago, like in one of my streams, I have told you guys how I have a somewhat problem when games in particular bring up oversized monsters or enemies or creatures, and then how oversized things kinda impact me somehow. It makes me uncomfortable. That's the case with Resident Evil 8 and the most terrifying creatures of that game. That's the case with Scooby-Doo for SNS that has a overlarge or oversized werewolf enemy that spawns out of nowhere, and he's bigger than Shaggy, so it kinda impacts me. In Cosmic Star Heroine, they had a very ugly looking roach that was also gigantic. Maybe as a kid, I used to be afraid of Men in Black and the roaches because the roach alien in there was super big. I do have this problem of like dealing with something that is oversized what it should be, right? Maybe it's not like universal, but it's something that disturbs me a little bit. And then now I'm facing this crab. So I didn't like Team Star that much. At first me neither, because my first impression was that they were a straight up copy of Team Skull, right? Although I liked the... what's the word? The potential? The potential of that team. Especially because they have some sort of different groups inside of the team. So basically they only showed us the fire group. If they can have a different group for every type in the villain team, I will like that. It's going to be like an alternative gym leader, right? Because I don't know if you'll be getting a single gym leader for every type in this game, like we kinda had in Sword and Shield. I mean, I'm not 100% guarantee or sure if we got seriously one gym leader for everyone of the types, but I think so. At least in Sun and Moon. In Sun and Moon we had a trainer or a specialized trainer for each type. So we can have like that going on in Scarlet and Violet. I will like it a lot. Especially if you can battle them, of course. And then they could be like some sort of... just making a vague comparison. You have Mario, Luigi, and... I can only stop right now on Mario and Luigi, right? And then you have like Wario and Waluigi, you know, it's like a darker or evil counterpart to the main thing. So I like that idea because of that. We can have the original gym leaders and the evil counterpart of them, which will be the leaders of the evil team groups. So if they go on that direction, I will like it, yes. And then when we're fighting against them, it looks like there is... oh, it's because they throw their Pokeballs on top of the of that big truck or that bus. So having the Pokemon on the bus fighting you is kind of strange. Some people were theorizing, even though I did not look with attention about this matter. Some people are theorizing that the motor of the bus or the car or the truck is a Pokemon. Some people are saying that it looks like a Pokemon, but I did not pay attention to that. I did not zoom in to check it out. But some people are saying there is a Pokemon in that car, and it's the motor. And then you are also saying that the car looks like it's alive. Yeah, some people are saying there is a Pokemon in there. But I did not pay too much attention to that yet. Somebody's saying that for them to be the same size every time, it makes no sense, because animals do vary on their sizes even inside the same species. I mean, yeah, but I mean in video games, like, or in movies, for example, Men in Black, when I see something that's bigger than what I know, and especially when I'm not expected to be that way, it can somewhat traumatize me or impact me. Sword and Shield, I don't even remember if they had 8 badges. They did have 8 badges, but the thing in Sword and Shield was that they they kind of expanded the ideas of the gems. So basically, they kind of created or talked about on more details how the gem system worked, right? And then they had like main leagues and minor leagues. So basically, all type or all Pokemon type had a gym, but some of them were in the main league and some were in the minor league, right? So that's what I was saying. Like that game had all of the types, and I hope that they had one responsible or main gym leader for each type. Although you only would face 8 thanks to those 8 gyms being in the main league, right? But that doesn't mean that you couldn't meet or find a character of other minor types in that game. And then also, Sword and Shield had alternate main leagues. For example, in Sword, the 8 types that could be the main league are like some, while in Shield they swapped a couple ones. I remember fighting in Ghost, like in Sword you fight the Ghost. Sorry, I think in Sword you fight the fighting, while in Shield you may fight the Ghost type, and then also Rock and Ice. In one of the games you challenge the Ice type, and then in the other game you challenge the Rock type. And then in Sun and Moon, I can guarantee because then I played that game, there is a trainer specialized in every single type. But then in Sun and Moon, you don't have gym leaders, right? You have the trial captains, but you can kind of meet a specialized trainer of every type. Even if it is only in the Elite Four. So how's my progress right now? Ride tickets. How much do they need me to do? 10,000? Okay, never mind, I'm still super far behind. And then I'm also decreasing on my ride tickets numbers. Man, this is broken and the mechanics will never get to it, right? Is this the number 3? It's 9. There is no mechanic going to it? Yeah, there is no mechanic going to it. Hire new mechanic. Gravitron. Hire another mechanic. Everything is broken. Everything is broken on this game. You know what? Let me save. Because at least I could get some more money to work on, right? But of course, I'm still full of problems. You know what? I think I will advertise. What am I advertising? I'm not sure, but I'm also dropping the amount of people. I need people in here. I'm going to give everybody free fried chicken. And this is thanks to Meowser's upcoming Wing Week. Also, not free rides, but advertising campaign for the park, yes. And let's advertise go-karts for. I hope this helps me out. Can't you really place the mechanic right on the broken ride queue? Unfortunately not. They have this one rule that the mechanic will try getting to the closest broken ride, but as you could see, it's not really working, right? Maybe because there were older rides broken already that kinda are more urgent. So, unfortunately, that's a problem of this game. If it were like just one ride that's broken, then that could work. Because as soon as I place him next to the broken rides, he would get the call and then he could go for the one ride you want him to go. But as there are multiple rides broken, I can't really pick which ride they are going to be calling or being called, right? So, unfortunately, yeah. I was thinking about demolishing this. I'm demolishing this. Let's build a new one, why not? By the way, yesterday I was talking about MasterChef Brazil. The competitor that I was cheering for lost. So the entire country was very sad yesterday. Everybody was cheering for Fernanda to be the Master Chef. She was not. I really loved her complete me new idea though. She went on like the 4 elements plus heart or plus love. So she pretty much had the Captain Planet menu. She started with a very beautiful... I wish I could... Man, my phone is recharging. Wait, not... Yeah, not everybody, that's right. Not everybody. But the big majority. If the other one has cooked better... You were cheering for her, Gabriel? Are you kidding me? Man, no way, man. I mean, at least considering her group of friends, then sure, maybe she was the nicest one. But were you also a fan of freaking Raphael? I'm happy that at least Raphael was not there. Sabro was asking if the other one, Lais, has cooked better. I think that Lais' dishes looked better regarding appearances. I think that's what really got Fernanda to not be the winner because her main dish, the second dish, did not look that great. I mean, it looked good for like a certain idea, but it was, how can I say it? It was an exotic. There was an exotic beauty on her dish that, you know, it was not first impression beautiful, but it could be beautiful if you interpret the dish in a certain way. It's a little bit complicated. Plus, her main dish had problems. Like, she really wanted to have a grilled cauliflower, and unfortunately, it got overcooked, so it pretty much burned. And then she had to give up on that and only go for the other dishes. Like, she was making a vegetarian dish, which was pretty much a bunch of grilled vegetables. But her most important vegetable would be the cauliflower that did not work thanks to the fire on the grill being too strong. But the other also had problems, like the entry of Lais was greasy. Um, then the lobster of the main dish of Lais was a little bit raw, not fully raw, but there were parts of raw meat. And then the dessert, that's the thing. The dessert was like she had an idea of mixing the dessert with chocolate, I think, white chocolate and a certain ingredient that I don't remember. Then she forgot to get the white chocolate in the market, so she had to only go for the ice cream flavor of the other thing. But it was something very exotic. I even think it was like a Japanese ingredient. But in the end, the chefs kind of liked it still, even though it was an adaptation of her original dish. So there were problems, but regarding, let's say, creativity, I think Fernanda's dishes were way more creative. For example, especially the entry of Fernanda was beautiful. It was like a beach. It had like a farofa of nuts and flowers, while the main dish was I don't know how is this in English, but it was like a clam, and she created a sauce that was blue colored with like some blue flowers color extract. I'm not sure how to say this in English, but it was very beautiful. It was like hypnotizing, and it had a somewhat good taste too. But anyway, we tried to cheer for her. At least Gabrielle is happy, so that's okay. Most people didn't like Lais because during all of the show she looked and talked like your stereotypical spoiled little princess of daddy. Honestly, my friends were even telling me that they all thought that she was faking it. Yeah, my friends were like, "Oh, this Lais, I think she's exaggerating on like her little cutie talk with like some childish accent." They all think it was a character. Yeah, my friends did not believe that she was like that for real, right? Regarding this thing about she being the rock princess, I only heard about that in this last episode. I do not remember for the entire show something about her and rock. I think I missed that out. Yeah, this entire thing about she loving rock music, I do not remember anything about that. But the thing that got to my friends the most was the way she talked. Yeah, the way she talked, they were all thinking that she was faking it, making a character, trying to be getting the attention of the judges. Despite the sad story about her parents dying when she was young, yeah, she actually told us that story, right? How she wanted her dad to be trying that lobster and actually being a rock singer. I did not know that though. Despite the Barbie doll like look and yes, I did not know about that. Like I just said, I only heard about this rock princess thing on this last episode. But the thing that I was cheering for Fernanda was that the whole plot twist of Fernanda on the show was amazing, in my opinion. And then I did not like Raphael. And Raphael was best buddies of Lais, right? So, did you like Raphael by any chance, Gabriel? Because honestly, you really like Raphael too? I don't know. Although Raphael was not, how can I put this? He did not look like he was making a character. Like Lais could be, making some people to question her. Oh, you mean Fernanda and Lais? Yes, they like I was also saying they both were okay, especially considering uh, Lais' friends. Out of Lais' friends, I think she was one of the best. But Raphael, I don't know. But then I was shocked that we are now getting a new season already. It's going to be the Professionals MasterChef season. I was thinking we would enter a break and then MasterChef would come back next year. No, like next week we're having MasterChef Professionals starting up already. Which makes me kinda happy and sad though. Happy because it's more MasterChef for me to be watching and getting distracted. But sad because it's going to make my Bug Fables streams more compromised. But if Bug Fables stays like the way it is, I guess I will be ditching some MasterChef and then playing Bug Fables because I can always catch the VODs of MasterChef on YouTube, right? Wait, I forgot to open this? No, I forgot to open... No, never mind. They are both open, but they are already broken. Are you kidding me? I just opened this coaster. I just built this coaster and it's broken already? I think I'll make a connection here. Maybe this helps the flux of people? Can I go inside of the loop? I would like to go inside of the loop. There we go, perfect. Maybe this is going to also help the mechanics, I hope, I'm not sure. We need mechanics in here. You know what? Give me a new one. And then I'm going to set his path. He's responsible for these rides right here. Heading for Ferris wheel, you cannot get to Ferris wheel because you are locked on this path right here. Go-kart 16, is it this one? It is. Okay, so the best solution for the mechanics problem is like marking their territory. Let me rebuild some other of these coasters, right? Actually, let's go to go-karts. Isn't it like a bug of the game because I'm building some rides on the same spots or on the same spot as a previous broken ride? If it is a bug, I have never heard of such a thing. For example, normally for the gentle rides, it used to be okay. Like I demolish the merry-go-round and then I build a new one and then it works okay. But it could be, I just never thought about that. Let's go for mini carts. No, not. I mean, never mind, that was actually correct. I need to build a custom one. If only I could copy and paste, right? Copy that and paste that. Why is this one empty? Okay, so we got tons of go-karts here instead of the coasters. Can I still have one there? I'm not sure. No, I think it's too short. It rains a lot on this level too, so maybe that's why my rides are breaking down so much. The problem is that I'm always far from the objective, that's the thing. I'm not even close to 10,000 of ride tickets. Honestly, part of me thinks that we'll need to restart this level to beat the objective. Because beating it the way it is right now, only if I keep on going with like crazy amount of go-karts. But you know, that's a little bit like cheating at the same time. Yeah, it's been 58 years of this park. Or 58 hours, right? 1 year equals to 1 hour. That's why it's been a big problem, because everything I have here is old, and some rides I have, I can't demolish them because they have a certain pattern, a certain look, so if I get rid of them, I won't be able to build them back, right? They are very specific rides. I'm happy that the go-karts are kinda helping me to get more money, but at the same time, I'm surprised that I'm not getting any close to how much I need. Even with super expensive go-karts. Unless I can go more expensive actually, you know what, I'm going to test that out. Can I go $4? I can go $4, it's raising the amount of customers, okay. Wait. Oh, that it is the sticker. Why are you rioting, Gabriel? Is it because of my park being bad? Gonna riot this level? No, I'm not rioting this level. I will finish at least what I initially planned. Also, by the way, it was so hard for me to find the Bomberman because he's also orange. Everything is orange on this level, so there is that. Orange and this rouge color, right? I'm not sure how is this color in English right now. Maroon. And this maroon color. Because the Bomberman also has some maroon touches. It was so hard to find him. But I will finish this level for what I initially planned for it, which is like giving it a creative idea. But regarding the objective, I don't know if I can still be the objective with this park. Maybe I'll need a new park. At this point you gotta decide, but if you start from zero, won't it also take some time? It will take some time, yeah. But then I won't be using my money into, I don't know, decoration, landscaping. I will go straight up, let's build more rides, better rides, you know? Because, like, making the landscaping costs a lot of money. And building custom coasters as well. I won't be having that expense. Also, I won't go with a park that's this vast and convoluted. I can go into something more straightforward, less mazy, right? But it's going to take some time indeed, because this is a hard objective. It's good because it doesn't have a time limit, but it's a lot they're asking for. I'm not even getting to 4,000. The goal is per month. Yeah, it is ride tickets per month of 10,000 per month. It doesn't matter how much money do I own. Yeah, if I want to have 10,000, I can get from the bank that, right? No, it's ride tickets giving me a profit of 10,000 in 1 month. That's the goal. The max I could get that I remember seeing here was 4 to 5,000. But then as the time has been passing by, my rides are getting older, then I need to drop the prices, or they're getting super broken, right? And then my mechanics can get to them. Where is the reliability? You see, look at the reliability, it's shit. So it's going to break a lot. Low ones. Gabriel really wants me to go for the low ones. I mean, I have been going for the low ones, but at the same time, they make me... They don't help. Like, even if I have like 20,000 money right now of low one, I still have the same problems in the park. That's the thing. The problem is in here. People. Lots of them want to go home, lots of them want to go to the bathroom, lots of hungry, and then everything is broken, like the chairs or benches, everything is vomited. You see? Everything is wrong, basically. Also, this guy is not set, right? I hope he is not. It's because this is a big park, so I cannot take control over it. It takes control over me. Park does what Park wants. Even after building all of those go-karts, I'm still not getting close to that. That's what shocks me. Wait, although I got a little bit better now because I raised the price, right? Let me raise more prices in here. Especially of the latter ones. Or the last ones. Yeah, after demolishing a ride and building it again, the reliability is 100% because it still hasn't broken down. Is this a new one? No, maybe not. It has reliability of 70% already. But you see what's also bad? The inspection. The inspection is what helps the rides to also not break down too much. Look at this. This ride was set to have an inspection in every 30 minutes. The last inspection was 73 minutes ago. It's because my mechanics are too busy to come here to inspect it. So as there are rains or actually a thunderstorm, my rides die. But look at this, reliability of 93%, you see, because it hasn't broken down that much. Also, by the way, why are there 3 races, or 3 laps actually? Put it single laps, so I can accelerate this process. And then more people can be using the same ride, right? Let's make it single laps. This doesn't need to be a competitive race. It needs to be a profitable race. Maybe I'm still missing a couple go-karts, I'm not sure, but those were the ones that I could do something. Let me save. Is it getting better? Can't you remove a part or part of the tracks and build it again? Would that reset the reliability? Honestly, that's a good point. I never tested out. I could see it. Instead of like demolishing everything, right? That's a very good idea. I will test that out. Although I have the feeling it won't count, but let's see. We got to another 4,000 profitable month. Can it beat July at least? I think it's going to beat July, but not that much, right? Yeah, we got more than July. That's good. Can we get to 5,000? No, maybe not 5,000, but that's very good. Very close though. I mean, it's accelerating now. Come on. Oh, we actually could get it. But it's the last day. Okay, that's BS. But I take it as 5,000, come on. Because of 10 freaking cents? But alright, my changes in here did work somehow. Let me test Subaru's theory. Let's see. Let's try those go-karts right here, right? Since they are also very old. For example, it's charging 50 cents only and its reliability is at 55%. Let me close it. Make a change in there. Build it again. And reopen it. That's the plot twist! Yeah, that was BS, wasn't it? Come on, it's 5,000 because of 10 cents? No, the reliability is still the same. I would need to really demolish everything, like... click on this trash can, right? But guys, I think I'll pause it in here. We at least could get more money, more rides, and more profitable options. But we'll need to do way more than that to, like, really turn the table and complete this level's goal. But right now, I will take a break on roller coaster, and we'll be continuing this next Wednesday. And then I will go play a little bit more of Bug Fables. But also go get my phone to see if it's recharged, and also maybe give my face a face wash. And then we will make the changes in here for the other game and continue chapter 2 of Bug Fables, also keep on going on the side quests. So let me save again, just double checking. There we go. Okay, so go get my phone, wash my face. I'll be right back with Bug Fables. Give me a second.